Chapter 10. Let's continue our review of adjective endings. In the last session we did the masculine and feminine nouns. Today we are going to do the neuter nouns. Okay, so das kleine Kind. Das kleine, the ending on the adjective. Das changes to ein. Since we don't know whether ein is a de or das word, we have to borrow the es from das and stick it on the adjective. In the plural, it's die kleinen Kinder, en. Accusative is the same as the nominative, das kleine Kind oder ein kleines Kind. Now let's look at the dative. I give something to the little child. Ich gebe. So the der changes to dem. Adjective klein adds an en. Ein changes to einem, a little kid. Adjective ending en. In the plural, the die changes to den. Adjective ending is en. In the genitive case, if you say the ball of the little child, the das changes to des. Adjective ending en. Kind gets an es. Ein of a little child, ein adds the genitive es. Adjective ending en. Kind adds an es again for genitive ending. In the plural of the little kids, die changes to der. Adjective ending en. Kinder is just a regular plural. Now let's look at adjectives that have no der, die, das in front of them. These are called the unpreceded adjectives. Remember, when we had those, we did a lot of borrowing. In the nominative case, the der word, for example, is der Kaffee. Now I want to replace der Kaffee with an adjective, right? So the adjective is gut. So what do? We just borrow the ending from der and stick it on the adjective. Guter Kaffee. Same for salami. Die Salami. We don't need die, we just want to say good salami, but we need to borrow the ending of the e and stick it on the adjective. So it's gute Salami. Das Bier. Again, we don't need the article anymore, but we need to borrow the ending from das and stick it on the adjective. So gutes Bier, good beer. Now if you go to the accusative, I say I buy the coffee, right? The der changes to den, you know that. Now we don't want the article, but we have an adjective, so we borrow the en ending from den and stick it on the adjective. So ich kaufe guten Kaffee, I buy good coffee. Same thing for salami, we don't need die anymore, but we need to borrow the ending for the adjective. Gute Salami. Das Bier, we don't need das, however we need to borrow the ending. And es changes to es, so gutes Bier. In the dative case, for example, I'm saying I went shopping and now I'm coming home and I'm coming with the good coffee. So, mit dem Kaffee. But I don't want dem anymore, right? I just want to say with good coffee. So what do? We add the ending from the dem to the adjective. So we borrow the em and stick it on the adjective. Mit gutem Kaffee, I'm coming with good coffee. Same salami. Mit der Salami, yeah, mit makes the d to de, changes the d to der, but we don't need der anymore. The only thing we need to do is add the er ending to gut. Mit guter Salami. So we are coming with good salami. Same thing happens when we talk about beer. Mit dem Bier. I switched around here by accident. So mit dem Bier, we don't need dem anymore. We just want to say with good beer, but we need to borrow the em ending and stick it on the adjective. So mit gutem Bier. And in the plural, nominative and accusative are exactly alike. So die Äpfel, for example, changes. We throw that out, we replace it with gut, we are adding an adjective, we are saying good apples, but we need to borrow the e ending and stick it on the adjective. So gute Äpfel, good apples. And now if we are coming with the apples, so dative, again, dative plural is den. We don't need the article, we only need to borrow the ending and stick it on the adjective. Mit guten and Äpfel, since it's a dative plural, we have to add an n. So mit guten Äpfeln. And this is an overview of all the different adjective endings.